Hey guys, it's Bree. It's halfway through February. I don't plan on buying any more books, so I decided to go ahead and do my February book haul. I went to Barnes & Noble. I had only intended on buying one book. I found two others I wanted to read. So I'll start with the book I intended to buy, and that was Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. I've heard amazing things about this already. I watched a couple of reviews before I made up my mind because some of the early reviews were a little hesitant, so I was kind of worried, but I ended up reading a bunch of reviews and watching a bunch of video reviews on this one before I picked it up. So the blurb on the inside says, myth, fantasy, and history merge in this stunning novel following a mercenary and his search for a missing child. So this follows a character known as Tracker as he's looking for a missing child. I know there's African mythology mixed into this one. I know the writing style is supposed to be unique. A lot of people have been comparing it to kind of a heavier writing style like classical fantasy, such as like Tolkien, or somebody compared it to Shakespeare at one point, which almost made me leery because I don't like Shakespeare. I know I'm a terrible bookworm, but it is definitely a heavy book. It's got some good weight to it. Kind of has that waxy cover. Let's see what it looks like without the cover. I think it's red. It's red. It's a pretty book. I am super excited about this one. I originally heard about it because name of the book, Australian Booktubers Book Club. I think they're reading this in May, I think. But I read the first pages at the store. It's definitely a slightly different writing style. I think it'll take me a minute to get into, but I was already like hooked just in the first paragraph. And it seems really cool. I haven't read too many African-inspired fantasy novels before, so totally different. I'm excited. I've been enjoying reading different fantasies influenced by different cultures lately, so I'm excited to pick this one up. I've heard great things about Marlon James. I think he wrote a book called The History of Seven Killings or something like that. I saw it also in the bookstore, but I want to start here. Beautiful book. I'm super excited to read it. Okay, then the other one that I'd heard of before, and when I saw it I decided to get it, was The Gutter Prayer. This one says, enter a city of saints and thieves. The city of Gareth stands eternal, a refuge from the war that rages beyond its borders. From the ancient tunnels deep beneath its streets, a malevolent power has begun to stir. So I actually picked this one up after reading some reviews over on Goodreads. A bunch of people were saying it's really fast-paced and incredibly original. And I've been looking for that because a lot of the books I've read already in the first 2 months of the year have been good, but really slow, and it's kind of difficult to get into slower books. So I'm hoping this one ends up being pretty fast. The pages, if you look, are they're not as dense as some of the books I've been reading lately, and I'm excited. Gutter Prayer is an epic tale of sorcerers and thieves, treachery and revenge from a remarkable new voice and fantasy. I'm excited to read a new kind of faster-paced, dark fantasy novel. I will let you know how it is once I read it. And the final book I picked up at Barnes & Noble, wasn't expecting, didn't even know it existed until I saw it. And yeah, it's Stranger Things Suspicious Minds. It is the prequel to the show, which I originally had no interest in the show. I thought it was a kid's show, didn't understand why everybody loved it so much, didn't understand. Then I was homesick, it was a weekend. It was raining, I couldn't go anywhere, and I decided to watch the first episode. I watched both seasons in a single day, I think. Loved it, obsessed, can't wait for season 3 to come out it's July. So when I saw this at Barnes & Noble, I had to get it. I've read 30 pages in it so far, a little slow, but interesting. And definitely it takes place before 11 is born, so this follows her mother, and we already see 8. You definitely should probably watch the show before you read this though, because it will probably spoil some things for you. And then the Barnes & Noble edition came with a little poster. That's one side, and then the other is just the cover. Yeah, so those are the 3 books I bought in February. There is one more I plan on getting, but I probably won't get it until March. It's Samantha Shannon's Priory of the Orange Tree. I plan on picking that one up, but it comes out February 26th. By the time I get to the bookstore, it'll already be March. So these are the only books I'm getting this month. And yeah, let me know if you've read any of them. I'm super excited about all of them. I plan on starting at least Black Leopard, Red Wolf by the end of this month. The other two probably I'll start in March. Okay, let me know if you read any of them. I think they look pretty cool. Okay guys, happy reading. See you next time.